Hi everyone, welcome to Miriam Pinder Portraits. So today I thought I would do a bit of a different video to my usual drawing videos, and I actually wanted to show you what materials I use as a professional pet portrait artist. Now I do get asked this quite a lot, like what pencils I use, what paper I use, so I thought I would do a little video and show you what I use. So starting with my most popular medium, which is coloured pencil. So in my opinion, the best coloured pencils, now these are the ones I use, there's probably other good ones out there as well, but these, for me, what I've used are the absolute best, are the Pastel Polychromos and also the Caran d'Ache Luminance. Now, if I was to pick a favourite between the two, it would definitely be the Polychromos. They, depending on the style of art that you like, I like really highly defined details, which the Polychromos are the absolute best for, there is just no competition. The Luminance are slightly different. So these Polychromos are a oil-based pencil, and the Caran d'Ache Luminance are a wax-based pencil, so they draw very differently. So like I said, the Polychromos oil-based ones, they're very kind of crisp, whereas these ones, because they're wax-based, they have a kind of a waxier finish to them, and they're kind of a lot more creamier to apply. So they're really good for like blending, or for they kind of layer over each other really nicely. In fact, the pair layer over each other very nicely. So that's why I absolutely love to use them both. I use them both in every portrait that I use. But if I was to choose a favorite or one to start with, I would definitely go with the Polychromos. They're what I've started on. And you can also make colours quite easily as well if you have like quite a small collection. And of course, because pencils are quite expensive, especially when you buy them singularly, which is generally what I do because I'm constantly replenishing my collection because I use that many. So the first one that I ever purchased of the Luminance was actually the white. Because it's very good for things like whiskers. It kind of, you can kind of see it a lot more over darker colors, which isn't something you can really achieve with colored pencils. But yeah, if you do want to add some like white details, this one is really good. So the best white coloring pencil is definitely the Luminance, and the best black coloring pencil has definitely got to be the Polychromos. So yeah, that's basically it for pencils. So I'm gonna just now explain what papers I use. So the main paper that I use personally, and I've used a lot when I was first starting my art business, I didn't really have a clue about paper or anything really. It's kind of just all come as trial and error, I guess, or just experimenting and probably wasting a lot of money on paper that then I use and I just don't like. But this one in particular I absolutely love for my white paper. It is the Fabriano hot pressed watercolor, I believe, Fabriano 5, and I buy it in really big sheets. So as you can see, it's got that paper, like it's the edge that it's been made. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, so you need to cut that off, and it's also got the stamp of the name of the paper. So it comes in really big sheets, and then I just basically cut it down myself to whatever size the portrait is. So that's really good for white. And then I also like to give my customers the option of a colored background as well. So a colored paper that I really like is this. So I have both grey and beige available. So it's the Clairefontaine at 250 grams. So it's nice and thick, it's acid free, so it's good for archival work, and it's just really nice. And I feel like the colour pencils show up so nicely and can really stand out depending on the colour of the animal. Like say an animal that's all white or that has a lot of white, or yeah, basically pretty much everything really goes on this tone paper. But yeah, if you're struggling with white fur, it's really good to practice on this tone paper, and then yeah, as you progress you'll find that white fur is never actually white. So yeah, it can stand out on either, but white fur is very nice on this tone paper. So yeah, I use the beige, and which is called Natural. These are the actual names of the paper. yeah, so there's the grey and the beige. So yeah, that's the paper and pencils that I use for my coloured pencil portraits. Now onto graphite. So I love to do people on graphite. I just think getting that lovely smoothness of the skin, it just looks so nice and kind of classic portrait look. So for that super smooth skin, this has got to be the best paper in my opinion, which is the Canson Bristol. Oh, that one's got markings on it. And so is that one. Let me find a clean page. So it's this extra smooth Bristol A3. Don't need to know the size of it, but yeah, basically, yeah. Bristol extra smooth. So yeah, it's absolutely perfect for graphite. If I was to use something like the Fabriano white paper that I use for my colored pencils, the grain is just way too grainy. So it's really hard to like achieve that lovely smooth glowy skin look from that. So yeah, and of course the graphite pencils, I mean, I don't really use anything fancy. They're literally just your standard graphite pencils, but they do the job. And I forgot to bring it in, but the mono eraser, which is actually, it's a really thin little eraser. So with graphite, the eraser is so important. It's like as important as the pencils to really get that good detail. And also one of the best tools to have in your box if you use graphite pencil are cotton buds. So these are nice biodegradable organic bamboo or something like that. Yeah, bamboo cotton. These are literally such a good little tool to have for smudging. And then, so you've got your pencils and then you smudge with that and then you use your erasers. So yeah, you can get different shaped erasers. Like there's it's called mono. I'll link it below what it's actually called. But yeah, it's like basically it's like a pen pencil, but it's got a really thin eraser, so it's great for like hairs or just really small little bits of highlights. So that's basically it for graphite. And last but not least is pastel. So I absolutely adore drawing animals in pastel. So I've just got a little example here of my pastel, which you've probably seen if you follow my channel. So this is on Pastel Matte board is what it's called, which is absolutely my favorite surface to do pastels on. Yeah, so basically Pastel Matte, you can get it in a paper or a board like that. So when I get paper, I like to actually attach it onto like a board of its own. So if you follow my work, you'll know about my big fox. So that was actually done on Pastel Matte paper, which I then attached to an adhesive like foam board. So you can buy all of those in the art shop. So I'll link all of the materials down below where I get all my art materials from. So yeah, pastel matte board is basically, it's just so easy because it's already like so on such a sturdy thick backing. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier to work on, and then of course it's just lovely and sturdy and just makes it feel a lot safer when it's something like pastel, which is quite delicate. And yeah, and the actual pastels that I use, so I use soft pastels. I like the Stabilo Carbothello pencils, and then I also have like a couple of other ones. So I've got this just to try it out. So because the Caran d'Ache Luminance colouring pencil is so good in white, I thought I would get a white pastel as well. So it's the Caran d'Ache, yeah, pastel pencil in Chinese white. So I got that and it is really good. It's super white. It's much whiter than the white that is the Stabilo. So it's much whiter than that. So yeah, I have a different white and a black to the rest of my pencils, just because both white and black are really important for like those really nice highlights and deep darks on things like eyes and stuff. So I have here the Faber-Castell Pitch Pastel in black, and like I said, the Caran d'Ache pastel pencil in Chinese white, and then the rest are Stabilo Carbothello. So they are really good. And then I also use these Rembrandt ones. I've kind of just got a basic set for these little pastels, and then I also use pan pastels, which are really wonderful. So these little pan pastels, they're expensive though, so I've literally only got like the primary colors and black and white. So yeah, I will be definitely expanding my collection of these as I go on. And you need like little tools to work them with. So like these kind of like spatula spongy things, they're called soft tools, soft with 2 F's, soft. And then these cotton buds as well are super handy for smudging your pastels and getting fine details. So I hope that answered some questions about the best materials that I use as a professional portrait artist. And yeah, if you have any questions, then please pop them in the comments below, and of course subscribe please if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah!